Previously on the Midnight Channel.
You're me, and obviously I'm you. I'm sick of being some airhead cliche who chokes down everything she's fed and takes it all with a smile. No, don't say it! You're not me! Take a look!
Oh god, no. Please stop. I did not know she was even vulnerable to knockdown. So, our abilities have been fully analyzed, huh? We can't do anything. She knows our every move.
Take a good look at Teddy's last stand! There's no real me.
The truth is unattainable. It will always be shrouded in fog. You are hollow, empty. You will all die here.
It's my turn to save you all.
And now... I am a shadow, the true self. I shall give you the truth you claim to hold so dear. The inescapable fact of your death here.
Was that creepy thing really inside our Teddy?
I guess he was a lot more troubled than he looked. We have to save him!
Foolish beings, accept your end with dignity and grace.
Surprise second boss fight, which you thankfully get fully healed for.
It's a strong one. Don't lower your guard.
Yep, Rise's our navigator now. So, Shadow Teddy is actually more of a physical attacker than a magical one, but he still has some very dangerous ice magic backed up by Mind Charge. That's why immunity to ice and having Chie is very, very good here. Most of his more dangerous moves are specifically gimmicks that are all telegraphed, so I'll talk about them when the time comes. But note Shadow Teddy's Arcana, Moon. Isn't Teddy's Arcana Star? I'll just say for now, that's not a mistake.
Persona!
So, Yosuke, what are you gonna do here? I think I'll actually have Yosuke set up a No, I think I'll just have Yosuke attack. Shadow Teddy has 5,000 HP, so this is kind of a massive battle of attrition. Tarukaja on powerful attackers like Kanji and Chie definitely helps. So get that Invigorate going and Kill Rush. Oh, and he likes to silence you with Foolish Whisper, though... Oh, actually, being silenced means Kanji can't use Kill Rush, so that's also kind of bad. He can actually cancel your buffs and debuffs as well, so bear that in mind. Cancelling is not going to affect Power Charge and Mind Charge, though. Dekaja only gets rid of, like, standard buffs. And in this case, I think Yosuke's turn is probably fine for me to use a... What do I have that cures mute? I have one cabbage. I want to save my Amrita for if multiple people get silenced at once. Yukiko can cure that with Amrita or Patra, so she's pretty effective in this fight too, but I just wanted to show this party. Okay, so whenever he uses Mind Charge, he always follows it up with Mabufala. So have anybody weak to Ice Guard, and on the protagonist, you can switch to a persona that is immune to Ice, which I'm going to go ahead and do, but I'm going to Zeonga you, and I'm not going to use a physical attack, because I'd rather save that for Oni. And yeah, everyone else should guard to minimize the effects of this attack that's coming. Yep, there it is. Still does quite a lot, but draining it is very, very, very helpful. Like, you can see right there, draining a mind-charged attack pretty much fully heals you. And let's go for an Atom Smasher. Smash its atoms. Yeah, this guy's pretty bulky. Shadow Risei was a joke compared to him. This is the real boss of this place. He's the one who's actually level, I think I'm gonna go ahead and heal Yosuke. He's the one who's actually level 35. Shadow Risei was only level 30, so that's why that fight looked very, very easy. This is the one that you really want to be prepared for. I think this guy's immune to criticals. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that there is a way to knock him down, but it's kind of unreliable without a New Game Plus. And he's resistant to Almighty anyway, so all-out attacks aren't really going to do a lot. Of course, of all people, you had to get hit with that. That is actually pretty bad, because he's my main healer for this fight. I only have one Amrita Soda, and his debuff is gone. Okay, do I use my Amrita Soda here, or do I save that for later? Don't have any assault signals either. I think for now, I'm just going to basic attack him. I really should have bought more silence cures going into this. But Chie at least has, the ability to do this, and this will still affect your regular attacks. Resisting or nulling physical is good for this. There are points in this fight where you have no choice but to guard, so being silenced is not that bad, because when you're in those moments, you can just basically run off the silence timer that way. You pretty much just want to be cautious in this battle. All of his dangerous attacks are very clearly telegraphed, as you can see. Okay, I'm no longer silenced, and that means I can go to Gunga and heal everyone, and then everyone else can guard. So something that I want to mention before I go into Shadow Teddy's symbolism. It's something that I only have really noticed on a secondary playthrough, but so many personas at around this level are... Oh, do I get greedy with Chie? I think I'm actually going to get... No, he is Mind Charge. Let's take this more cautiously. So many personas at this level are either immune or even, like, drain ice. And I feel like that's really deliberate, considering this fight coming up that is heavily ice-based. I like it when games do that, when they give you, like, the tools that you need for the next boss fight, but they don't really directly tell you, look, we're going to give you a whole bunch of personas that are ice-resistant here. It's like a lot of Pokemon games have some Pokemon in nearby areas that are very effective against the next gym. And, like, it's a way to ensure that, like, if you're a new player and you don't know that there's, like, because you won't, if you're playing blind, you won't know there's a boss coming up that's heavily ice-based.
Stop this futile struggling. Even if you resist, it will all come to naught.
Okay, there's his signature move, Ultra Charge.
What? I have a bad feeling about this.
So, he charges for 2 turns and then uses Nile Hand, which does heavy almighty damage to all enemies. Because it's 2 turns, you can afford to attack for the first one. So, I'm gonna go ahead and, Okay, so there is a second way to deal with this. If you do enough damage before the attack goes off, he'll actually get knocked down, and he'll lose the charge. This is extremely risky, though, because it often means that you can't guard for, the attack that's coming. So I think instead I'm just gonna go for some damage on him. I'm just gonna go for 1 round of attacks and then guarding on everyone. I do have footage from a New Game Plus of, actually successfully interrupting this attack. It's very, very unlikely outside of a New Game Plus, even with things like Power Charge. You need to do quite a lot, like I'd estimate about 500 damage or so. Still charging.
It's going to attack. Get ready.
So this is Almighty, so being immune to physical with my null physical skill is not going to matter. However, this is our cue to guard with everyone. Hey Shadow Teddy, your futile attack has no meaning. It does 0 damage if you guard. So it's actually not that dangerous at all. That's the thing about this fight. In the early days of this game, people considered Shadow Teddy to be that one boss. But all of his most dangerous attacks are negated easily by guarding, and they're all clearly telegraphed. I actually don't think this guy's that hard at all, even if you don't have a persona that's immune to ice. It's just that many people didn't really realize just how telegraphed the attacks are, and the guard system, and to be honest, I think that actually ties into Shadow Teddy's symbolism. There's kind of a funny sense of irony in the fact that he keeps talking about how pointless everything is, but his own attacks are useless and futile if you just guard. It's actually very easy to negate the, basically, nihilism that he's spewing at you. So he always uses Ma Rakuunda before Heat Wave, and I can easily solve the issue of that by switching to a persona that's immune to physical, and then using the diorama to heal, but everyone else needs to guard. Unfortunately, unlike Mind Charge, the Ma Rakuunda is going to persist into future turns. Yep, there's Heat Wave. And he's no longer defense debuffed. So I want to go ahead and put that back up. Basically just keep a pattern going, and this guy isn't too bad. Like, again, I heavily dispute the fact that this guy used to be considered that one boss, but... yeah, so back onto symbolism. Shadow Teddy is a little hard to talk about at this point, but I will say that according to the art book, he does represent some of Teddy's subconscious thoughts. Namely, Teddy's fear that his whole search for meaning and purpose in life is pointless because there is no meaning and that he's ultimately nothing. And that his existence is in fact meaningless. And yeah, he'll even get rid of your buffs to kind of emphasize the futility of everything. But like I said, his own attacks are easily rendered futile, so he's kind of a hypocrite in that regard. The broken face is not actually breaking outwardly. This is also from the art book, but the inside of Shadow Teddy is a black hole that his face is slowly being sucked into piece by piece. And in the anime, he sucks in everything around him as well. Shadow Teddy represents Teddy's fear that everything about him, all the identity that he's built for himself, is gonna be slowly consumed until eventually there's nothing left. And that there was nothing to him to begin with.
What? How can you summon such strength for such a futile endeavor?
It's because we believe that things are pointless. Oh great, Nullity Guidance. So, Nullity Guidance is extremely annoying, in that it's guaranteed dizzy to one character. There's no way to prevent it because it's almighty, so when he uses this, somebody is getting dizzy. And Nile Hand instantly kills dizzy characters. However, Yosuke is gonna be able to guard by the time Nile Hand even happens, so really, it's also not that big of a threat. Also, yeah, Nullity Guidance is an automatic one more. Basically him trying to show you the inevitability of things. Okay, yeah, let's go for Kill Rush. Still charging. And this means we need to guard now.
Damn it!
It'll inflict dizzy on you if you don't guard against it. They really wanted you to learn the guard system in this game, basically. If Shadow Yosuke didn't teach you about guarding, this will. And here's one other thing that I find really interesting about Shadow Teddy as well, speaking of Shadow Yosuke. So, people have pointed out that a lot of the Shadow selves have a lot of sexual elements to them, which could represent how many people kind of repress their inner sexual desires, especially in Japanese culture, which is very much private about that. But the two Shadow selves that have no sexual elements to them whatsoever are Shadow Yosuke and Shadow Teddy. I don't think it's a coincidence that they're the two most openly perverted party members. Of course, their shadows wouldn't have any sexual elements because they don't hide that part of themselves. The other thing that I find interesting is that Shadow Yosuke and Shadow Teddy are the two least comedic shadows in the game. Every other shadow has at least some element of comedy to it, or even like very dark comedy in some cases, but still comedy. Whereas Shadow Teddy and Shadow Yosuke were both played dead seriously. And that also goes to show that often the people who are most outwardly comedic and the people who make jokes all the time are the ones who are actually the most troubled inwardly. TV Tropes calls this sad clown. Junpei in Persona 3 was a great example of that too. And yeah, Yosuke as well has a lot of that inner kind of inadequacy and those feelings. Whereas Teddy acts like the lovable pun master, but I love the fact that all of Teddy's issues were being foreshadowed. We got to see Teddy fearing that he was useless.
Why do you still resist? Even should you win, naught but suffering awaits.
His existential crisis, the fact that everyone kept bullying him, and even when he was depressed and they didn't realize, that's the thing, like, this is kind of a moral of this story. When someone around you is depressed, take notice of it, or this could happen. Oh great, nullity guidance on you is not good. Oh yeah, at this point he'll start using nullity guidance twice. It's still ultimately not that useful because he goes into an attack that is useless if you guard. And I won't even need to heal this either, so let's see. Because the other funny thing is that his Ultra Charge just gives you more time for his debuffs and status ailments to wear off on you. Again, he talks about futility and about how everything you do is useless, but ironically, it's actually his own actions that are making things worse for him. Okay, gotta remember to... I mean, I technically don't even need to heal on this, but, oh, wait, I can't heal. I have to guard. Duh. But yeah, there is defense reverted. His debuff is gone because he wasted time charging up this attack. Slow and steady is the name of this battle. Don't ever get greedy, or he will punish you for it. Okay, his defense debuff is gone, but I kind of want to heal here. Because later on, I think he can start using Mabufala without a tail. I like the way that heal looks when everyone's guarding. And let's see if we do. I forget if Power Slash or if Garola was doing... I think Garola was actually doing more. Kanji's still Taru. I think Kanji's will wear off soon, though. Yeah, Tarukaja back up. I already talked about the Moon Arcana at length on Aya Bihara's bio, but the Moon Arcana here could represent sort of existential terror, but it also represents illusions and falsehoods. And he goes on and on about how pointless it is to seek the truth and how it will only bring you pain in the end. That doesn't sound like the kind of thing Teddy would say. Not even Teddy's own inner thoughts. Let's finish off this guy, hopefully. I guess I'll Assault Dive. Yep, there he is. He's, as Matt Mercer would say on Critical Role, he is looking pretty rough. He is weirdly evasive for, oh, this is not good because I think his debuff is going to wear off soon, and I really want to get my, my attack off, but, How much does a power charged Tarokajed Rakunded Mind Slice from Gunga gonna do? I'm guessing not that much, but it is a totally safe option. Oh, that was pretty good damage. Not bad at all. I don't think Chie will die to this. Oh, Yosuke almost did, though. But let's go for a Mediarama here. I can't stress enough just how amazing Gunga is in this battle. Gunga is a fantastic fusion to get for Shadow Teddy because Mediarama combined with immunity to ice is just really good. I lucked out and got immunity to physical as well. You don't need that because you can just guard every time he uses, not power charge, every time he uses Heat Wave. It's very, very clearly telegraphed. I suppose this fight can be kind of harsh on newer players who don't really know about guarding all that much. Oh, I was afraid you'd do that. That's honestly the biggest threat to you at this point. Okay, he's getting very, very low. I don't even think I need to power charge again, but I still want to do this. I have bonus footage from a New Game Plus of what happens if you cancel Nile Hand successfully, and I'll show that after the battle. I guess I can go for a kill rush. Nice one there. Okay, here's the question. Do we get greedy or not? An attack is coming, but there's a chance I may be able to finish him before it hits. And I do null physical on you right now, so I'm not at risk from that attack. Oh no, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish him off in time. Or am I? It's hard to tell how much HP that represents, but I said earlier, this fight is about being slow and steady. I'm not going to blow it all now. Let's go back to Oni. Just notice that Oni actually has no weaknesses in both this game and in P5. In P5, he does not like status ailments, though. Really doesn't like status ailments, at least in Royal. He basically exists to teach you about technical damage against enemies that normally don't have weaknesses. Yeah, just, this should be obvious, but don't accidentally use an ice move with Chie, because I'm pretty sure he drains it. Okay, I think this will finish it. How do you want to do this, Kanji?
Come on down.
No, did not finish it. Okay. Well, how do you want to do this, Narukami? I love his defeat animation, by the way. Speaking of animations, the art book says that Shadow Risei's initial animations got rejected for being too extreme. So yeah, she was almost gonna be even worse. But yeah, I'll show you footage of what cancelling Nile Hand looks like now.
Our enemy is down! We must strike! Oh!
Another level. Gotta keep at it.
Nice one, Kanji. And that's it for level ups.
Was that part of you, Teddy?
Even Teddy had a hidden side.
I don't know who I am. I've thought a number of times that maybe there is no answer. But I'm here. I live here. Sensei, will I really find it?
Dude, we'll help you figure it out.
I'm sure we'll find out about you as we continue investigating this world.
You guys, I'm I'm one lucky bear!
Is that...
A persona.
Two personas for the price of one.
Is this my persona?
I can sense strong power from it. It's awesome, Teddy.
Whoa! Are you alright?
Bear in mind that everyone else had to rest for weeks before they were ready for battle after facing their shadows. Rise, she took part in a battle immediately. That's gonna tire her out for a while, but Rise is amazing.
Oh yeah, your persona just awakened too. I'm so sorry. You must be worn out.
Yeah, let's hurry outside.
Are you feeling okay, Risa-chan? We're almost outside. I'm alright. I'm more worried about Teddy.
You okay there? We gotta go back for now.
I want to be alone for a while.
Hey,
My beautiful fur is all rough and coarse, and my nose hasn't been working too well either. So while I wait for my fur to grow back, I'm gonna train hard. Nobody can stop moi. Here goes. Ah.
what's gotten into you?
Don't talk to me, please. One more set. Another one.
Leave the dude be.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. We should just leave him be.
Comes a time when a man's gotta stand on his own 2 feet.
I'm not sure this is really one of those times.
Well then, Chie and I will take Risa-chan home.
Yeah, she'll need a lot of rest. We can talk after she regains her strength.
Well, good luck, Teddy.
Just kick back and wait for my wonderful comeback. Peace out. I said this before, but I can sense something special about you, Sensei. There must be something that only I can do. That's how I feel when I'm with Sensei. That's why I'm gonna get stronger to find my special thing. Here goes!
Rescued Rise. Teddy awakened to a new persona. Teddy has taken steps to resolving some of his issues. This was a very productive exploration. And of course, best of all,
He's back!
Dojima's back, but no more Rise strip club.
Whoa there. Careful now, Dojima-san.
Ow! Damn it, who built a step here?
Oh, right, this cutscene. Yeah, one of the most infamous ones in the game.
That'd be the carpenters, sir. Come on, don't take your anger out on the house. That won't solve anything.
Woo! I'm home! Naruto! I'm back!
Welcome back.
Oh, hi, Nanako-chan. Sorry, but could you go get his futon ready? Phew, I think he had a little too much to drink.
How else am I supposed to deal with this crap? Friggin' fancy-talking kid. I've been in this line of work since you were all learning your times tables.
The prefectural police sent in special investigational support. 'Cause, you know, we haven't really made any progress on the serial murder since they started in April.
Well, don't say that just yet. They can't really know that, we're acting as provisional support, though.
So this special support is supposedly a hotshot detective from a well-known private agency. But you should have seen the look on my face when I met him. He's only a kid your age. I hear he's a pretty sharp cookie, though.
Oh, he's a brat like any other. Ain't nothing he can do to help. He goes on and on about deductions and deductions. Ace or no ace, the prefecture ought to be more careful about giving us brats to babysit. Condescending bastards.
The kid said as long as he can be of assistance in solving a difficult case, he won't require a reward. Well, you can imagine the shine the higher-ups took to him after that, so we can't exactly turn him down.
Gadachi,
Sorry. Yeah, my big mouth.
you run your jaw like this is all some kind of joke. It's your fault to begin with for jumping the gun and hauling in that peeping Tom.
Well, we had nothing to do with that, we swear.
Oh,
And you can take your share of the blame too. Always wandering around crime scenes whenever something happens.
His futon's ready.
all right, Dojima-san, up and at him. Nanako-chan got your futon all ready for you.
Yeah.
Sure does stink like sake in here.